In this beautiful country in which I'm living, there is a story that you'll find about a woman named Kiki So Blue, and how they called her Angeline. Angeline, Kiki So Blue. She was the eldest daughter of Chief Seattle. She watched the world disappear. She said, you can build your town around me, I'm not going anywhere. Angeline, Kiki So Blue. And it was a fine and expensive, a wife of Doc Maynard, who defined her into something to be owned. When she said, you're much too beautiful for such an ugly name, from now on you will be known as Angeline, not Kiki So Blue. And they made her illegal, and all of her people and the children threw rocks behind her back. But Kiki So Blue had some rocks of her own, and she threw them back. Angeline, Kiki So Blue. Landlord, look over your shoulder. Careful who you're talking to. Maybe somebody you stole something from, come to take it back from you. Angeline, Kiki So Blue. So many thieves, for all that they have taken, they leave us with a world full of holes. But we have rocks, we have heroes, and we will not do what we are told. Angeline, Kiki So Blue. Angeline, Kiki So Blue. Oh. There are things to come and things to pass, pure and simple, made of glass. To feed the future, you weed through the past, to make it fast, make it last. The time is now. Now is the time. The time is now. Now is the time. Time has come and time has gone to pick up roots, to move along, to rise up early before the dawn, to start out standing going strong, and the time is now. Now is the time. The time is now. Now is the time. You got eyes to see, you got ears to hear, and you know very well what's been happening here. Don't make light of the people's tears. Stand up and face your fears. The time is now. Now is the time. The time is now. Now is the time. There was a time when the winter came, all the world turned cold. Will be a time when the spring arrives, and all the flowers unfold, and the future belongs. Oh, the future belongs to the bold. Don't let it scare you, the noise and the dare. So many millions arise everywhere. Polish the glass, hold it up to the air. Look in the reflection, you'll see yourself there. The time is now. Now is the time. The time is now. Now is the time. Now we stand with the wind at our backs, and we are the eye of the storm. We look at the world and the world looks back, and the drum beats a rhythm to warn that the future is just, oh, the future is just being born. Oh, the fuses were lit such a long ways away, and they'd stutter and spark, fade and decay. Now the clocks are on fire at the edge of the day, and we turn to each other and say, the time is now. Now is the time. The time is now. Now is the time. Now is the time. The time is now. Now is the time. Now is the time. You ever hear about blind Lemon Jefferson? He had quite a style. People down in Texas in those days, well, they'd come for miles to listen to the big man play. And then they'd say, ain't that something? Yeah, ain't that something? You ever hear Billie Holiday? When she was singing a song.
Oh, you
There
definitely
we go.
need to move the camera.
Okay, yes, you
I'm
definitely need to move the
half off.
camera. Well, you're half off of there. There we go.
A little more.
There we
more.
go.
I want,
There we
I want
go.
a
You got it
shoulder
right
in
now?
there. Okay, that's about as close
Okay.
as we're going to get. All right, well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Fortnight of Doom. And our guest is still got his video off. Hey there, Jim.
Well, it's
Oh,
pretty
there he is.
obvious. There he is.
There he is.
And it's a smaller picture, but at least he's moving.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. How about you're muted? Your sound's muted as well, just so you know. There you
I,
are.
I, I knew it was muted. I just didn't hear you,
Well,
giving
welcome.
me the heads up. But
Yeah. No worries. Welcome to the Fortnight of Doom, the December edition. And
Hmm.
we are welcoming somebody whom we both admire immensely, and that would be you, Jim Page. And just it's an honor to have you because I don't know, you're sort of a fixture around here,
Yeah.
like a
whether we
light
like it or
fixture.
not.
Yep. Yep. You're one of the few musicians who's made me cry in a good
Yeah.
way.
I
Um,
remember the first time I ever saw you was at a folk life, God knows how long ago.
Hmm.
You and Artist the Spoon Man were busking.
Hmm.
uh-huh.
Yeah, which I know you did a lot of, and it was kind of just it was on the west side of the fountain. It was the line that was going into the arena, not the arena at the time. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, and then of
Was it
course,
down? It wasn't down in the hollow, was it?
Right.
no, it wasn't down the hollow. No,
Okay.
it's kind of just above the hollow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Little elbow.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
elbow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I remember going, "Damn, that's cool." Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then of course you've been on my stage a time or two over the years. So
Yeah. No, that was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing those. But times change, and festivals get more crowded, and they.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
I
yeah,
hate to use words like greedy, but they get more. They take over more and more space until there's nowhere for anybody to hang around and just kind of talk quietly, and there's certainly hardly any room to busk. So,
yeah,
you
I
know,
know. Yeah, yeah, no, no question about that. And but the good news is that, as I said, it was
and also you get older, and
that's right.
busking is,
That's the
what we did is kind of a younger person's
yeah,
game.
exactly. But I
It was
remember the
energetic.
combination of you and him was pretty damn cool. It really
Yeah, it
was.
was energetic. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Classic
went through
comedy,
like two
isn't it?
two sets of
yeah,
strings a day
yeah. No, no, it's one of
doing
those
that.
Do you
things.
have some video of the two of you?
There is some, not well. I don't know if I should say not a lot. There should be a lot, but well,
Yeah.
for one thing, artist was always very he always made sure that he stopped people from videoing, which has its things. I mean, that's cool,
Yeah,
but what you wind up with is no, very very little record of it. So there's some,
yeah,
but not a lot
yeah.
Yeah,
that I'm
It's
I have
kind
aware.
some pictures in my studio, and in one of the drawers, I've got him hired for one of my senior gigs at the
Uh-huh.
around the Christmas time,
yeah,
and um, there were like four of us. They'd hired two other people, and each of us, and we all kind of round robined and played
Right.
yeah,
stuff together, and it was
yeah.
really a neat thing. But I do have a few pictures of that.
I just remember that I've been in the recording industry since '79, so I started early, and of course, therefore, I'd heard of him,
Hmm.
Mhm.
you, but I'd never seen what he did with spoons. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it
No,
was
it's incredible.
yeah,
Yeah.
It
yeah,
is really incredible, and he will jump in right off the bat
yeah,
in a song, and do some pretty amazing things. But once he gets to kind of know the layout of it,
yeah,
Uh-huh.
he
yeah,
can build a pattern, and build
yeah,
like
Yeah.
a.
yeah,
It's almost like a mural.
yeah.
You are playing, and there's this. He makes a mural behind the song.
Yeah.
Wow,
You know,
I'd not heard it that way, but you're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
well,
Yeah,
this is kind of like that because he doesn't just keep a beat. He doesn't just do a groove.
yeah,
We made a record together called Folk Punch, and we did it at Jack Straw,
hmm
and
yeah,
there's a song on there called Columbus,
hmm
which it's extraordinary what he does. It's extraordinary. It's the groove that he does, what he plays. It's just on wooden spoons
yeah,
through the whole thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's extraordinary. And I told him about it later. I said, that's really quite amazing. And he told me what he was doing. He said he imagines, well, at least in that song, he imagined that he was sitting on my shoulders and he was playing. Columbus is about, well, it's about Christopher Columbus and coming
right,
to the Americas and blah blah blahs. And there's a river or water at least in the story of
yeah,
Columbus and
right,
what happened.
yeah.
And so he is the water. He's playing
Ah,
the water coming down the river over the rocks, and he's sitting on my shoulder, kind of like, listen to this story. It's
yeah,
like, and it was just to listen to him explain that. It's like, oh my God. And so
yeah.
every time I hear the song, it's like I think of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No.
pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
One of the things that one of the things we like to do with this show is that we always look to find people that have been around here for a while, and maybe there's a story or two that comes up that people haven't heard, and that's
Yep.
and we I'm a big fan of obscure when it comes to artists and so forth.
Yeah.
For
And
that
also,
reason.
all of our shows are archived, so
Yeah.
this is archiving.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris, we need to. There's a lot of headroom right now.
Okay, well, I
so
could-
let's take that down.
Yes, sir.
Also, while we're
Please-
adjusting.
yeah, and one of the things that you'll notice.
Nice hand shot. Very nice hand shot.
We're really, really professional at what we do.
right.
It doesn't get better. It doesn't really get better at this
No.
point.
It only gets different. That's all.
Yeah, different is good.
So, we're in terms of format. We're doing something new this time at Jim's suggestion.
Yeah.
Rather than doing 2 songs and 2 songs, we're going to
Yeah.
do 1 song and 1 song and 1 song and 1 song.
Right.
Back and forth. Well, it's hard to say round robin between 2, isn't it? But
Yeah.
anyway, whatever it is.
Nice round two robins.
Yeah, we take host privilege and start, but we will also have you do the last song.
Right. So
Okay.
yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah, cool.
So, shall we do a song?
Well, we'll do a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Oh, and we still need headroom.
It'll do for the moment.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, because maybe I'll do it later. We'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
I'll have
so,
to talk him into it.
Right. I'll have to. Now we're gonna.
This is a song written by John O'Connor that originally the band Shays Rebellion did, and also it was on William Pint's first solo album.
Yeah.
That's actually where I got it.
Yeah. Cool.
Down from the Carolina shore, the
Yankee
Yankee
sails
sails
tonight,
tonight, carrying soldiers, guns, and war.
Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
The order's in and the training's done.
The Yankee sails tonight.
to put an end to the revolution.
Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
Oh, she blows with the wind, it's a bloody end. She has for the rebels fight. When there's money in the banks, there's hoodlums in the ranks. Down below, the Yankee sails tonight. The Yankee once was a ship so bold. The Yankee sails tonight. She sailed for freedom, not for gold. Down below, the Yankee sails tonight. The tyrant stole away the ship. The Yankee sails tonight. Now she robs from the poor for the greedy rich. Down below, the Yankee sails tonight. Oh, she blows with the wind, it's a bloody end. She has for the rebels fight. When there's money in the banks, there's hoodlums in the ranks. Down below, the Yankee sails tonight. Oh, where do your hard-earned taxes go? The Yankee sails tonight. Down below the borders of Mexico. Down below, the Yankee sails tonight. And where... Oh.
Where are the tyrants?
Well, where do the tyrants? From where do the tyrants' orders come?
The Yankee sails tonight.
From Wall Street and from Washington.
Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
Oh, she
Blows of the wind, it's a bloody end. She has for the rebels fight.
When there's
Money in the banks, there's hoodlums in the ranks. Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
You can prompt me again.
And democracy.
Oh, do you think it's for democracy?
The Yankee sails tonight.
When they practice common butchery.
Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
Raise your voice for the rights of woman and man.
The Yankee sails tonight.
And bring the Yankee home again.
Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
Oh, she blows with the wind, it's a bloody end.
She has for the rebels fight.
When there's
Money in the banks, there's hoodlums in the ranks. Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
Now back in the land of liberty, the
Yankee sails tonight.
Sure, that's where you want your home to be.
Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
But where did you get your freedoms from? The
Yankee sails tonight.
You fought your own revolution.
Down below, the Yankee sails tonight.
Oh, she
Blows with the wind, it's a bloody end. She has for the rebels fight.
When there's
Money in the banks, there's hoodlums in the ranks. Down below, the Yankee sails tonight. Something like that.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Oh, I
right.
should have had that on paper in front of me.
Yeah, you
I'm
should
glad
have.
you had it on your screen.
Yeah. All right.
He's my brain backup here.
Yes.
You have a brain backup. I've got one in a box here somewhere.
Okay.
Freeze dried, you know.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, you want us? There we go.
You
Back to
switched
us.
sides.
Yeah, we did. No, we're
Oh,
good. Yeah.
right.
All right, Mr. Jim. Let's hear something, shall we?
All right. This song was written last year, long around this time. I'm not.
Muted.
Oh, hey, Jim. One thing to remember is,
What?
do you have? Sorry. Do you have original sound on, perchance?
Oh, hold a second.
Yep. Because that actually makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, because I couldn't hear you.
There. There.
There we
Yeah.
go.
That better?
Much better.
Way up east in Buffalo, there is a place you ought to know. People there will tell you so. It's a good barber shop. C&C is the place to be for haircut talking company, a helping hand, humanity. It's a fine barber shop. When the big storm hit with all that snow, temperatures way down below. It was cold in old Buffalo, but warm in the barber shop. When the snow piled up to the chin, people stuck in the cars they were driving in. Craig Elston said, "Come on in, it's warm in the barber shop." Get you some electricity, charge your phone, call your family. Barber shop welcomes you, see, 'cause it's warm in here. Women, children, families poured in through that wide open door. Pretty soon there were 30 or more inside the barber shop. They slept on the floor and in the chairs, people sleeping everywhere. Some even got haircuts while they were there, 'cause it was warm in there. Howdy friends, what's your name? Turn on the TV, watch the game. Touchdowns help to ease the strain of in the barber shop. What a way to spend the Christmas season. World outside was dark and freezing. Keep it safe, stands to reason. Stay in the barber shop. Christmas dinner, corner market, peach tea and hot pockets, potato chips, Vienna sausage, gourmet barber shop. Craig Elston said eventually, when the weather lifted, so did he. He hadn't slept in days, you see. It was his barber shop. Ask him why, he'd shrug his shoulders as I couldn't leave him out in the cold, sir. You'd do the same, I know you would, if it was your barber shop. How many lives are saved these days, no one knows. But be amazed that not more were lost before the ways of Craig Elston in his barber shop. I don't know if there's a great arranger, but wherever there's a present danger, there's a hand out to a stranger from a warm barber shop. So if you're ever in old Buffalo and you need a warm place to go or just a haircut, so you know where to be. Down the corner, look around, you're in the right part of town. Nobody turns a stranger down at the C&C. Nobody turns a stranger down at the C&C.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's true.
Right.
Is that based on a real place?
That's that the C&C cuts, C&C barber. Yeah, Craig Elston is the guy's name, and he was in the barber shop when the big storm hit. You know, he didn't think it was going to be that bad, so he went down and opened up, and it just got real bad real fast. And you know, he thought, well, Jesus, this place is warm. There are people stuck in their cars, man. They were in there. Some people were in there for like 21 hours. You know, they couldn't get out, they couldn't get in. So he put the word out on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in the barbershop here. It's warm. Come on in.
Yeah.
And he had up to 30 people in there at a time. And they had the
Oh,
TV on. They got to watch the Buffalo Bills win
The national championship first time. It was this kind of this great thing that happened, and then when it lifted, people went on their way, and they actually had Christmas dinner from the vending machines on the wall and from the convenience store, whatever it was around the corner. So I just took what he said or what the stories were about, a peach tea and hot pockets, potato chips, Vienna sausage. That's what they had for Christmas dinner in the barber shop.
For those of you who remember when Mount St. Helens blew, I happened to be in a recording. I happened to be in the studio. I worked at a place called Holden Hamilton Roberts at the time.
Called what?
Blew, I was actually in a soundproof room where I had no clue that it was happening.
Okay.
My sister, who was in junior high school at the time, she went to, was actually coming back from, I think it was the Strawberry Festival, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And she was in the band. And so they were literally on the road when it hit. This is I-90 from Spokane. And
Right.
They ended up being stranded at a school somewhere outside of Spokane for days. But she told me later that the kids were bored out of their mind. Of course they were, but but so they started just having dances and doing stuff. The local pizza parlor donated pizza, and they had dances. And all she remembered was the fact that the grown-ups were pissed and screwed off, but the kids made up their own thing, and everybody, there was food that came in. And that's that same kind of a feel. They made their own party out of it. Because they were there for 3 days in a
Great.
gym.
Yeah.
So
No, it's great. Yeah, I wanted to write something that just kind of celebrated the humanity of it. I think we're better than we allow ourselves to believe. It's like there's this promotion going on about how selfish we are and lazy and everything else, and and we're not.
No. I mean, I was mentioning that you made me cry, and that was that happened the first time I heard Heroes and Survivors.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And I just, there was such a beautiful story. I lost it. That's right. And at the end of the day, then I asked you what, to let me know what album it was on, and I bought that one.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing album because it's you with a whole bunch of Nashville session musicians.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I first thought of the concept, I thought this is very strange, but it really works.
No, it really worked. Retrospectively, I would have played things a little slower. I had no experience with that kind of thing. Those people go in and they do one take. Everything, almost every song on there was one take,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is how good they are.
Yeah.
But it also means that you have to be. You're not going to get the chance to say, well, that was really. Let's do it again. They're going to just go through it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So some of those songs I really should have slowed down a little bit, like Heroes and Survivors, for instance.
All right.
But
If you have the vinyl, just put it on put it on
right,
16.
just put my thumb on it. That's what I'll do.
All right. So let's do a little tune.
Okay. Oh, can you get rid of the headroom at this point?
Oh, jeez. Okay. Fine.
I want people to see more of my guitar. And call me persnickety.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do this.
So you meant visual headroom.
Yeah.
Wait.
If your world is moving, this is
about
there's
Yeah.
not an earthquake going on or anything.
Yeah, that's the reason I have mine like me. I'm
Yeah,
kind of far
well-
back, but then the instrument's there.
Please note what I said earlier about the professionalism of
Yeah. Slick, we are. Yes.
not. All right. Go for it.
I thought you were a man. Really?
Sail away.
Oh.
We're doing Sail Away.
In America, you get food to eat. Don't have to run through the jungle and scuff up your feet. You just sing about Jesus and drink wine all day. Come on, be an American. Ain't no lion, ain't no tiger, ain't no mambo snake. Just a sweet watermelon and the buckwheat cake. You'll be as happy as a man can be. Come on board, little walk, sail away with me. Sail away,
Sail away,
sail away,
sail away.
We will cross the mighty ocean into Charleston Bay. Sail away,
sail away,
sail away,
sail away.
We will cross the mighty ocean into Charleston Bay. In America, every man is free to take care of his home and raise a family. He'll be as happy as a monkey in a monkey tree. Y'all gonna be an American. Sail away,
Sail away,
sail away,
sail away.
We will cross the mighty ocean into Charleston Bay. Sail away,
sail away,
sail away,
sail away.
We will cross the mighty ocean into Charleston Bay. Sail away,
Sail away,
sail away,
sail away.
We will cross the mighty ocean into Charleston Bay. Sail away,
Sail away,
sail away,
sail away.
We will cross the mighty ocean into Charleston Bay.
I do like that song.
Yeah, yeah. Brownie
Daily
McGee,
dose of irony, yes indeed.
Brownie McGee and Sonny Terry used to do that song.
Yeah, of
that's
course.
The version. That's the that riff that I use.
Yeah.
That's where I learned it from. Is from that album.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I thought that
It-
was the
is that
ultimate
Randy
irony.
Newman? Did Randy Newman
I'm
write
doing
that?
song?
Is that a Randy Newman song?
Yeah,
It
of
is,
course.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
good.
But
I haven't lost my brains completely then.
I got it from the version that you were mentioning.
Yeah. All right. So, what you got there?
Uh, one more time. There's a hole in the air where the wind blows through. A hole in the air and it looks like you. Nobody knows where you go when you go way out there. Way out there through a hole in the air. She had a good life. She was the pride of her hometown. And her dreams came true like dreams will do when they don't let you down. She had a true love, as true as love will be. And their lifelines were intertwined for all the world to see. There's a hole in the air where the wind blows through. A hole in the air and it looks like you. Nobody knows where you go when you go way out there. Way out there through a hole in the air. Yes, and there were times when they were timeless then. And the seasons passed through window glass, and they became best friends, and the planets rolled round a great revolving wheel. Circumference of that kind of love is something to reveal. And there's a hole in the air where the wind blows through. A hole in the air and it looks like you. Nobody knows where you go when you go way out there. Way out there through a hole in the air. Oh, and if
if I was a raindrop and I fell into the sea. You'd know where I had gone, but you would never find me. Oh, and we dance to celebrate, and we sing to tell a tale, remembering the things we bring along the crooked trail, stumbling brilliant, we are necessary fools. The diamonds and the tears, they all look like jewels, and there's a hole in the air where the wind blows through, a hole in the air and it looks like you. Nobody knows where you go when you go way out there, to a hole in the air. And it's a hole in the air where the wind blows through, a hole in the air and it looks like you. Nobody knows where you go when you go way out there, to a hole in the air.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Oh God, yes.
I was just going to mention that
Yeah.
one of the reasons we started this show back on June 6th, 2020,
Right.
was because our friends and acquaintances in the music community did not have very many opportunities to perform and make money.
Yeah.
So we started this series so
Yep.
that musicians could play and get paid.
Yep.
And that's still true.
That's still
so
true.
you
Yes.
you folks out there in internet land have the opportunity to dial up some kind of PayPal thing
Or Venmo. So
Venmo.
in the chat, both in YouTube and Facebook, we've got both his Venmo and PayPal links. Feel free to use those liberally.
Yes.
We don't take any of it, and
No.
this is about really giving Jim what he deserves, or more. Well, a little tiny bit of what
Yeah.
just a little tiny bit.
Yeah. He'll have to earn the rest.
Help me to make my yacht payments, if you know what I'm saying.
That might have come out the wrong way, I think.
I think so.
When I first heard about PayPal, I just kind of saw this
Great
little.
you could rephrase that.
Yeah, I'll just yeah. Well, shall we
Yeah.
change the subject?
Yes, yeah. Right. Bring out
All
your
right,
high-tech
okay.
graphic
This is our
here.
high-tech graphic
It
for
is
the
time.
day.
Drum roll,
For-
please, for the
oh.
Folky Inquisition.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
Yeah, raise that up a little.
Okay,
Once
there we
again,
go.
Yeah, there you go.
we go. Folky
Remember,
Inquisition.
it's low.
Yep.
We're low still.
Yeah, there we go. It's coming out
Actually,
the right way.
you're higher.
There we go. That's right.
Oh,
I'm
your
good.
chair's
Yeah.
higher than mine.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm going to go find a book to sit on so I can be as tall as you.
There used to be phone books. You remember those?
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yes.
You could sit on a phone book.
Handy, yeah.
I got a phone book in the mail just recently.
You did?
A real life
I mean, a
phone-
real
with-
life
with
phone
yellow
book
pages
with
and
yellow
stuff?
pages and stuff. Yeah.
Damn.
I should have done. I put it in the recycle because I didn't need it. But I thought, what? Who the hell?
I could have used it right
well,
now.
Okay. Well,
You could have
okay.
used it now, yeah.
They were,
Well-
they were great computer stands. I know that. So.
All right. It's it is time for the Folky Inquisition. The first question, and to our sometimes frustrated audience, I really am trying to get things a little easier, but this one is not the easiest. But you can do an internet search on this.
No, don't. No. Let's try with that first.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Yeah.
I tried it out on Nancy K. Dillon an hour or two back at Sally's jewelry sale, and she knew the answer because
Okay,
she was
yeah.
she was an old Jim Kweskin jug band fan.
There we go.
But
That's
okay.
a hint.
So we're speaking now of Maria Muldaur, and the question is, what was her birth name? What they used to call maiden name, but now you call it a birth name.
Right. Yeah.
What was her birth name before she met and married Jeff Moldauer?
But should be mentioned that neither the participants, family, or
shoot.
pets of the the What Everly
pets.
Brothers and their guests are allowed to participate. So
And if
So my armadillo can't answer.
yeah, there we go.
and if you've won a lot in the last year, then
Yeah.
try to hold yourself back too. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
so that was the question.
Yeah. Cool.
What was Maria Moldauer's birth name
Yeah.
before she married Jeff Moldauer?
It's okay. What's the answer? I'm looking at. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it. It's right there.
Okay, we have a winner. That
Oh, wow.
fast.
That fast.
Percy Hilo, of course.
Of course, Percy would know that.
Okay.
Percy says hi, and D'Amato
Percy.
is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was the darling of the folk scene in
She was amazing.
Greenwich Village. Mm-hmm. And John Sebastian really he took her out on a date to go see the Jim Kweskin Jug Band, at which point she fell in love with Jeff Moldauer.
Yeah.
And then the next time she saw Jeff Moldauer was in an after-gig party where she had some kind of a virus, and she was using drinking wine to treat it.
Ah,
Right.
She was so drunk that she fell over on his lap and then barfed on him.
Nice.
And
That'll do it every time.
and Jeff Moldauer said, "Hey, this chick just barfed on me." And then so the next time they met, she apologized effusively, and he said, "No, it was an honor." And about 3 weeks later, they were engaged.
Yeah. I actually had Maria Mulder. When I was doing stuff for KSER, and I did a concert series for them for a lot of years, and I had Maria Moldauer on, yes, and she was something. She really
is.
was.
She
Even
still
this is a bunch of years back, but it was long after everything. But still,
Yeah, I saw her with the Kweskin Jug Band at the Cal Berkeley Greek Theater.
Yeah.
In like '64.
Yeah.
Maybe, and she was this gorgeous teenage woman. That,
Yeah.
All
right. No, I think it's our turn. I think. Do we want to do one more, and then we can do the video thing, or you want to? What do you say?
do one more round of each.
Yeah, let's do one more round of each. Yeah.
Okay. So what song are we going to do?
Okay. Well,
I'm going to do the. Let's see. How about?
Riff Raff is what I got.
Oh, okay. Let's
Yeah.
do that. Yes,
All right. Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah. Let me get a capo and get the right thing.
Jim, are you familiar with Casey Neal?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've known him for years.
I
Yeah.
had a feeling you would be.
Yeah. We got this from him.
It's his.
Yeah, he says.
Oh, I know the one you're going to do. Yeah.
Yeah. But the beauty of this song is that it pretty much it's basically all the friends we've ever known and describes them to a T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closer they are, the more they're like this.
Ooh, let's not do that.
Oh.
Let's not use this. Let's just get this right here. It's capo 3, by the way. Yeah, that's why.
It's F.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh, good. Yeah, we do like to play in the same key when we can.
Hang on, let me get a better capo.
Get a better capo. So this is called "Hooray for the Riff Raff," and there's actually in Britain there's a band that uses
I know.
that
I was
name.
going to say, called the
Yeah,
Riff
you
Raff.
know
Yeah.
that?
I'm not familiar with them, no, but their name made me. I never asked Casey, but it seems like a logical thing.
Come on, get to where you're supposed to go. There we go.
There we go. That's what I was listening for.
God, yes. Just almost there. Uh-huh. Cool. Okay. Hooray for our band of happy ragged folks, telling old stories and fireside jokes, living for the music, the love, and the laughs. Hooray for the riff-raff. Our raconteurs and browsies, rebels and tramps, travelers who ramble from camp to camp, dodgers and swagmen, vandals and rounders, wandering hobos town to town. Hooray for our band of happy ragged folks, telling old stories and fireside jokes, living for the music, the love, and the laughs.
Hooray for the riffraff.
Well, come and join the circle and the jolly, jolly crew. Squatters and crusties who make their own rules. Riverbed beggars, carousers and thieves. Our only motto, anarchy. Well, migrating drifters, buskers on the street. Minstrels and gypsies, no shoes on our feet. Drovers and rovers, nomad souls. Breaking feral vagabonds, laying down their bowls. Hooray for our band of happy ragged folks. Telling old stories and fireside jokes. Live for the music, the love and the laughs. Hooray for the riffraff. Well, tree sitters and diggers, wobblies and the like. Monkey reg and saboteurs, wooden shoe Luddites. Boll weevils and tricksters, elves and sprites. We left the dozers burning and escaped into the night. Well, winos and drunkards, a stout drinking crew, dancing on the tables, slamming down their brew. We don't care if in the morning our heads need to be nursed. Pint after pint, there's no limit to our thirst. Hooray for our band of happy ragged folks. Tell old stories and fireside jokes. Live for the music, the love and the laughs. Hooray for the riffraff. Well, wizards and sages, druids and knaves, outcast freaks, warriors brave, Amazons and vegans, children of the tribe. Here we are awakening, alive, alive, alive. We come in all colors, stripes and spots, raging grenades and punkers, the rebel in our lot. We don't care what we look like and we don't wear underwear. Go ahead and stare, we are everywhere. Hooray for our band of happy ragged folks. Tell old stories and fireside jokes. Live for the music, the love and the laughs. Hooray for the riffraff. Hooray for the riffraff. Yep.
That's a good one. What I like about these rounds, one after another, is that I'll change my mind about what song I'm going to do like 5 seconds before I do it.
Yeah.
There was that line. There's that line in that song about go ahead and stare. We are everywhere. And I thought yes, so I changed my mind.
Well, I mean, seriously, don't you think that most of the people we know pretty much fit into one of those categories?
Well, yeah.
Or several.
Or several. Yeah, that's the other thing.
And the ones we really like basically fit into all of them.
That's right. All right. Well, guess whatever you change your mind to, go for it.
I gotta not do this too fast. Okay. Does it sound good? When I was dyslexic, there we go. If I have the headphones on, I can't hear my own self. When I was dyslexic, I lived in a town where all of the language was floating around. We ate with our fingers off platters of grass and took in strangers when they ran out of gas. Oh, I was thinking in pictures, I had fun with my words. Cattle and zebra and high-flying herds. And if they never came down, it was more than I cared, 'cause I was dyslexic, we were everywhere. When I was dyslexic, I couldn't be cool. It was flimsy and weird to be kept after school. With my tongue on the ironing board of the law, I was permanent press until I fit to the flaw. Oh, it passes in phases like phases will do, and my language constructions eventually grew. My spelling's still whimsical most of the time, but I'll one more time. Hold on a second, my mind got distracted. Oh, it passes in phases like phases will do, and my language constructions eventually grew. My spelling's still whimsical, but isn't it all? Words are like water flowing over the falls. No, I'm no longer dyslexic, at least most of the time, but I lapse when it suits me to spice up a rhyme or to stay out of reach of the language police. Life is too short for that kind of caprice. Try to correct me, well, good luck with that. I've avoided the experts, the profs, and the frats. I say what I see, and I see what I say, and I also wear glasses because I like it that way. Oh, the rules of reality are slippery thin, and there's more than one way for a cat to get in. Try to enforce such an obvious sham, and we'll laugh in a language you don't understand. We'll laugh in a language you don't understand. Yeah, we'll laugh backwards. We'll laugh upside down.
Okay, there's one line I gotta say. Your tongue on the ironing board of the law.
Yeah.
God, I love that.
They're going to iron you into shape, right? So that you talk right, you know?
Oh, God,
So
that's
you had
amazing.
a toast, right?
Well, I think to, yeah,
Raise your glasses.
yeah, too. Musicians who have shaped this area, such as Jim, have really,
Such as Jim and a few others.
and a few others,
Yeah,
who've really made something, and in my opinion, a noticeable difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks
Here's
for
to
that.
y'all.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so.
So we're going to do a quick video.
Yep.
This one is a little different from what. If Jim, if you could just go ahead and mute your audio at some point.
All right, I'll do it right now.
Yeah, and then
That means I can't talk back. Okay.
get this set up here real quick because, of course, the technical stuff is really weird. This is not what we usually do. We usually do one of you or one of me, but you wanted to do this one. You want to tell me why?
It's a song. It's a song by Phil Oakes, done by Ewan McCall and Peggy Seeger.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I haven't actually seen. Oh wow, you have it.
Yeah.
A video.
A video, yeah.
Ooh, ah.
Well, that's the thing. There's actually no video of anybody actually doing it, so it's just stills.
Oh, it's just
yeah.
stills.
I really wished I found somebody, but I got this from YouTube, of course. But anyway, you're right. It's cool, and here we go. I'm gonna share the screen.
Rob Neisler, our brother emeritus, sent this to me a month or two back. It just kind of made my Christmas season from then till now and later.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to do this real quick. And we do a little share screen thingy. And I'm going to share the screen. And it's going to be that. Oh, it's going to be that. There we go. And off we go. And go.
Jesus was a working man, a hero you shall hear, born in the slums of Bethlehem at the turning of the year. Yes, the turning of the year. When Jesus was a little lad, the streets rang with his name, for he argued with the older men, and he put them all to shame. Yes, he put them all to shame. His father, he apprenticed him a carpenter to be, to plane and drill and work with skill in the town of Galilee. Yes, the town of Galilee. He became a roving journeyman, and he wandered far and wide, and he saw how wealth and poverty live always side by side, yes, always side by side. He said, come all you working men, you farmers and weavers too, if you will only organize, the world belongs to you. Yes, the world belongs to you. So the fishermen sent 2 delegates, and the farmers and weavers too, and they formed a working committee of 12 to see the struggle through. Yes, to see the struggle through. When the rich men heard what the carpenter had done to the Roman troops, they ran, saying, put this rebel Jesus down. He's a menace to God and man. Yes, a menace to God and man. The commander of the occupying troops, he laughed and then he said, there's a cross to spare on Calvary Hill. By the weekend he'll be dead. Yes, by the weekend he'll be dead. Now Jesus walked among the poor, for the poor were his own kind, and they wouldn't let the cops get near enough to take him from behind. Yes, to take him from behind. So they hired a man of the traitor's trade, and a stool pigeon was he, and he sold his brother to the butcher's men for a fistful of silver money, a fistful of money. Jesus lay in the prison cell, and they beat him and offered him bribes to desert the cause of his own poor folk and work for the rich men's tribe. Yes, work for the rich men's tribe. The sweat stood out upon his brow, and the blood was in his eye, and they nailed his body to the Roman cross, and they laughed as they watched him die. Yes, they laughed as they watched him die. 2,000 years have passed and gone, and many a hero too, and the dream of this poor carpenter, at last it is coming true. Yes, at last it is coming true.
There we go.
There's Jim.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
All right.
Oh, you know what we haven't done yet?
What have we not done?
The next Folky Inquisition.
Oh my God! So let's do that next.
Okay, where's your high-tech graphics coming up
High-tech
here?
graphics coming up. This is the swipe that usually happens. There we go. This is the swipe. There we go. Oh, am I on? Yeah, we're on.
Oh, Jim's not on.
Jim's not on. You're yeah.
Because we told him to mute himself, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like follow instructions and
Really appreciate
wait for crosswalk lights and all that kind of thing.
You get manners points.
All right.
That was a really good song, by the way. I had to say, I'm glad I would turn. That was a really good song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I like that.
I kind of thought chose it with you in mind, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. We decided that I think we'll do that. We'll do that for the next a very whateverly Christmas next year for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
And by the way, just to make a bold plug.
A Volvo? Just to make a Volvo?
Next Friday. No, that was the wrong way to put it, wasn't it? Next Friday, we will, with our ex officio Rob Neisler, the three of us will be doing a very whateverly Christmas
Again
at the Couth Buzzard, 7:30 next Friday. Be there or be somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right, this is new. I don't think we've done this song for anybody.
You know what? You want to do? We were doing the Folky Inquisition because I need to tune.
Oh, that's right. I have to do. Okay, yeah. Please tune. Okay, now we have a Folky Inquisition here, and this is the easy one. I hope. What popular folk singer was known as Judy Blue Eyes, who also actually has Seattle area roots? One more time. What popular and famous folk singer was known as Judy Blue Eyes and has local Seattle area roots? This one should be easy.
Okay.
At least if you're of a certain age, I guess. You know, people probably under the age of 50 probably.
Well, you've given half of the answer already, so you know.
Yeah. Of course.
In the question, half the answer is already in the question.
Yeah, I know. I would try. I just said, well, for a year or two, I was asking all these questions, and nobody could answer them.
Yeah.
And so all these prizes lay dormant in our treasure chest of crappy merchandise. So I wanted to like move some of the crappy merchandise. So I'm trying to make the questions easier.
Right, like who's buried in
That's
Grant's
the
tomb?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Do something. Let's.
Yeah. First time we've done this song in public. So
Oh, really? Oh,
I think
guess
so.
That's about right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I first heard it on an album that my friend Twig gave me, Southern California busker, whose name escapes me at the moment. It'll probably come back. I had no idea it was a Jimmy Buffett song until I downloaded some of his albums after he passed, and there that song was.
Yeah.
It's called Biloxi. Down along Biloxi, pretty girls are dancing in the sea. They all look like sisters in the ocean. Boy will fill his pail with salty water, and the storms will blow from off towards New Orleans. Sun shines on Biloxi, air is filled with vapors from the sea. Boy will dig a pool beside the ocean. He sees creatures from his dream underwater, and the sun will set from off towards New Orleans. Stars can see Biloxi, stars can find their faces in the sea. We are walking down beside the ocean. We are splashing naked in the water, and the sky's red from off towards New Orleans. Down along Biloxi, pretty girls are dancing in the sea. They all look like sisters in the ocean. The boy will fill his pail with salty water, and the storms will blow from off towards New Orleans. and the storms will blow from off towards New Orleans. And the storms will blow from off towards New Orleans.
That's pretty.
All right.
That's pretty.
So, first time, it's charm. No, actually, the third time's the charm. So,
Yeah.
listen to this sometime when you find us on the third time we do the song. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so let's put this back here. Da-da-da-da. Oh. Okay. Oh, there you are.
Hey.
You were blank there for a second. Yeah. Let's have another tune. Your words in there for a second.
We're in still life right now.
That's
starting to.
That'd be an internet thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
There we go. There we go.
He tunes because he cares.
No, he cares because he tunes. First time I met Ken Kesey down there in Eugene, I was tuning with my tuner, and he just kind of watched me, didn't say anything, and then he said, "You know, when the Grateful Dead got tuners, it changed everything." Didn't know what to say. It was one of those moments, you know.
That's one of my great regrets is that I had an opportunity to buy the Acid Test albums and those books.
I didn't know there was one.
Those books.
You mean recorded at one of those things?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's recording. There were vinyl.
Well, I knew they recorded everything, but I didn't know anything was released.
At least they had it was either Moe's or Shakespeare's books in Berkeley on Telegraph Avenue there.
I remember, yeah. I mean, speaking of tuners, the first time when I was at Holding Hands with Roberts, got all the studio musicians coming in, and I remember these big, massive rack-mounted tuners, the little oscillating.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
I thought, oh wow,
Yeah,
And I
the whole
just
table full of electronics now fits into something like this.
But I mean, you just think about all of those. That's why I think basically Phil Oakes always. I've been. There was a couple of tunes that we do of Phil, and he's doing it in a key that doesn't exist. He's just somewhere else, and you have to basically, in your software, take it down to an actual key.
Yeah, he just tuned the guitar to itself, which is what we all did in those days.
Yeah,
especially if you're playing solo. Just tuned it to itself.
Yeah.
So it was, somewhere between E and E flat. Whatever. It's covering all those wonderful bases.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when I was teaching guitar to kids in Pasco, the dial tone in the Tri-Cities was, I think, an E flat or B flat, and so I had tried to get the kids to listen to the dial tone and tune their guitars to the dial tone. It didn't really work very well. But if you lived in Vienna at the time, they had a 440A. There was a phone number you could call and get a 440A.
Somebody told me that Doc Watson always asked for a piano which was tuned in something like 444 or something. It was like weird. It's like, they have to tune a whole piano to it because for whatever reason, that's what he played in.
Were that precise.
Yeah.
I
know. All right, enough of that. Go ahead and play us a tune.
Tell you a story and make it clear as I can about the faraway troubles in the Holy Land. Pictures of the children etched in your mind, buried in the rubble of the firing line. Jews and Arabs, living one and the same, for 1,000 years before the Zionists came. And they came like a river, and they came like a flood. The people calling it the Nakba, 'cause that's what it was. Oh, Palestine, going home sometime. Talk about the settlers, come from so far away. Talk about the money from the USA. Talk about the bullets made of plastic and lead in the shadows of a boot heel over your head. Now what do when they come to your home and they tell you your land is no longer your own? Do you let them take it, or do you dare to resist? Standing in the road with a rock in your fist. Oh, Palestine, going home sometime. We talk about peace like it's a moral obligation, but there can be no peace in an occupation. We talk a good talk while we beat on our drum. All these years, look at what we have done. Oh, Palestine, going home sometime. Well, does it ever make you think about the friends we endorse? The armies of a general riding on an iron horse. And does it ever make you wonder why it always seems to be such an undemocratic version of democracy? Oh, Palestine, going home sometime. Oh, friend of mine, we will have peace sometime.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the line in that one, talk about peace like it's a social obligation.
Moral obligation, but yeah.
I know.
Non-democratic
Yeah.
form.
You know, I mean, I always refer to you as, I always thought of you as the gentle voice of a social conscience. You
The
know,
gentle voice.
gentle voice. You know, because I mean, I've seen you on stage a bunch, and I've had the privilege of you being on my stage a bunch, and over the years, and you know, you don't offend anybody.
Well, I try. That doesn't help.
Yeah.
I mean, I do offend. I do. If you
Yeah.
were Donald Trump, and I wrote like 9 songs, 10 or something. You know, he would be. You know,
Yeah.
but most people, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't help. You got to understand that we all come from something.
Yeah.
You know, and we all walk around with bags of history on our back. I don't know. It's 100 Years of Solitude. I don't know if you ever read that. Gabriel Garcia Marquez. There's a character in there that walks around with a sack full of his bones on his back. It's the bones of his relatives, and he walks around with that sack of bones on his back.
Yeah.
And we all do that.
Yeah.
You know, and so, it just doesn't help. You got to figure out better ways to do it.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking this week of something slightly off, but the original, I read Pilgrim's Progress,
Oh, yeah.
and
I never have.
but it's heavy, but it talks about the fact that he walks around with his past on his back, as and it becomes who he is down the line. And you're right, you have to. If you're going to try to get through to anybody, you have to understand that you say, "I love the bags of history idea." That's really it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wrote a song the other night called "Wounded World."
Yeah.
And it's like I'm playing around with it, trying to. Well, I wrote a bunch of lines. Let's put it that way. I don't know if it's a song or not, but that's what it is. It's like, and I don't know if this is the thing that a person wants to do. But wait a minute, you're a professional. I remember that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, you can try this at home anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't know where it is. But the end of the song talks about one of my favorite characters in literature. There it is.
Yeah.
The Hound of the Baskervilles. Okay.
Conan Doyle.
Okay. 2 verses. This is how the song ends. It's the hound of the Baskervilles, that great big beautiful dog. Wrap it in chains, beat out its brains, and let it loose in the fog. Watch it go kill somebody. That's the way that they trained it. Like a kid with a gun who runs to the drum. That's one way to explain it.
Oh my God. Oh geez.
That's what the Hound of the Baskerville is. That's a morality play.
Yeah.
That's what that is. It's not a detective story. Well, it is, but I mean, it's a fucking morality play.
Wow.
That's how they train soldiers.
Yeah.
They starve them, they abuse them, they insult them, they make them feel like chewing gum on the bottom of God's foot, and then they wrap up a club in the clothing with the scent of I don't know, a Vietnamese, an Iraqi, whoever whoever you're supposed to go out there and hate, and they beat them with it, right?
Yeah.
They beat the dog with it,
Yeah.
and they beat the soldier with it. And you raise your kids with it, and it's like, oh, and that's how you make a racist, and I love that story. It's just, the story is one thing, but that image is just, wow.
Yeah. The reality is we all have friends, family, in other words, that see differently, and you've got to be willing to meet somewhere in the middle, no matter what.
Learn to listen.
Yeah, exactly.
And really learn to listen to what they're really saying.
Yeah.
Not what you think they're saying.
Exactly, because the reality is, as you say, we're all prejudiced by our own minds.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, enough of the serious stuff. It's our turn. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
And I think we have a song.
We have a song to do that too. Yeah.
You have a pitch pipe.
I have a pitch
It's
pipe.
gonna blow an
ready.
F, and then I'm gonna have to figure out whether I sing that note or some other one.
Yeah, we'll see what really
Okay.
See what really happens. Give me a second here.
Give me an F.
Okay, it's gonna be an F, and see what happens. Here we go. Oh, now I have to
F.
go here. And there. Okay.
Give me a U. Oh. What?
That's an F. You do this every single time. You know that.
Yeah. Who'll be the lady? Who will be the Lord? When we are ruled by the love of one another, who'll be the lady? Who will be the Lord? And the life that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball, tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning, and I'll crow like a cock. I'll carol like a lark for the life that is coming in the morning. Eve is the lady, Adam is the Lord. When we are ruled by the love of one another, Eve is the lady, Adam is the Lord. In the life that is coming in the morning, sing John Ball, tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning, and I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark for the life that is coming in the morning. All shall be ruled by fellowship, I say. All shall be ruled by the love of one another. All shall be ruled by fellowship, I say, and the life that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning. And I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, for the life that is coming in the morning. Labor and spin for fellowship, I say. Labor and spin for the love of one another. Labor and spin for fellowship, I say, and the life that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning. And I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, for the life that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning. And I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, for the life that is coming in the morning.
Damn, that's cool. That is really cool.
Yeah, that's dedicated. Actually, we'll dedicate this to my friend Susan Bennett, who might actually be watching. She does an exercise class for seniors, and Jan is one of the folks that she hangs out. But she heard this song and loved it so much that it's part of her exercise routine.
Yeah?
Yeah, not our version, which I think I need to have.
Where is that song from? Who did it? Who wrote it?
It was written by Sidney Carter. The guy he wrote another more famous song that I can't remember right now. He's a Quaker.
Yeah.
He wrote the song. I think he did the one about the Diggers. I think he wrote that.
Well, that was William Rosselson. The Diggers.
You're right. It was William Rosselson. Okay, I'm getting my British.
Rosselson has written some amazing songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I should mention that early on, I'm going to find this. There was a comment from who was it? Was here? Oh, hang on. Oh, Carly. Carly List mentioned that we were talking about artists. He has videos on his Facebook page of you and him together.
Aha. Cool.
Yeah.
Artists?
Artist the Spoon Man.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. It's just that all I was saying was that for the amount that we played publicly,
got it. Yeah.
for the amount, there's very little evidence out there.
Yeah.
For the amount. I'm not saying that there aren't any. Don't get me wrong. I understand that.
And speaking of you playing with people, we wanted to put in a plug for, I believe you have a gig on the 29th of this month.
I do.
At the CNP Coffee House.
Yeah, one of our
playing with a former annual guest of ours on the Fortnight of Doom, a lovely and amazingly talented Kat Eggleston.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
talk about a double bill that can't not be missed.
I know. We're going to see if we can't be there.
Oh, I love Kat. She's amazing.
Kat Eggleston, I can't stay away.
Yeah.
So we hope you all go and stuff that place. It's a wonderful, wonderful venue.
Yeah. We need to actually be back there at some point.
We need to book in there.
We need to
play
put
there.
ourselves in there at some point. Yeah.
Okay. We shall return.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's hear another tune. We should mention again for those we've got. Please look at the PayPal and Venmo stuff, and please give generously if you can.
Please remember, it's never too late to donate.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's important for these folks, and it's important to us that you do. So. Well, all right.
The name PayPal, comedic as it is, because when I first heard it, I imagined it's this little person who was just at my side all the time, hi, and help me pay for things, right? He was my PayPal. I understand that. As comedic as it is, I understand it, but Venmo, I don't get.
I don't either. No idea. Can't.
Motion in Venice?
Vendor. I think I thought
Vendor.
And vendor
Mobile,
maybe.
Maybe mobile vendor. Vendor mobile.
I don't know. Yeah.
Mobile vendor. Oh, what vendor? Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, there we go. Come on, take a little walk with me.
we'll go see what we can see way out on the other side of town, where the sun don't rise, it just goes down. Poor people living where nobody sees, the rich people living in luxury. Same old story, same dead end, same brick wall coming round a bend, and the sun don't rise, it just goes down. I remember when it hit, people said they ain't seen nothing like it. You could overdose just like that, face down on the concrete flat. Some people just shook their heads. Serves them right, somebody said. Serves them right for getting high. They're only junkies, they deserve to die. Casino wheels tumble and spin, measuring the depth of the hole you're in. No rehab, no detox too. Just hunker down and struggle through. Streets fill up with hungry ghosts, old friends you love the most, stealing Amazon packages door to door. Don't even recognize them anymore. And the sun don't rise, it just goes down in a fentanyl town. Oh, if I had my way, I'd make the right somebody's pay for all the damage done and all the damage yet to come. And I'd find a fist that fits, and I'd smash these mirrors to bits, and I'd turn this old world right side around, so the sun would not just lower down, but also rise in a fentanyl town.
Oh yeah.
All right. Huzzah.
Yeah. Say.
Oh,
Go ahead.
we have yet to have a winner for the second Folky Inquisition, which
What was
thought
it? I forget.
would be the easier
Why
one.
don't you repeat it out again?
Okay. on-
Oh, I remember what it was. I remember
Yeah.
what it was. I'm surprised nobody got that.
We'll have to give the prize to Jim if nobody else answers it. Okay. What popular folk singer was known in some ways as Judy Blue Eyes, who also has roots from our neck of the woods, the greater Seattle area?
And I've done a show with her, so
Yeah.
yeah. I should.
Crosby,
that's-
Stills, and Nash fans should
You
know
sang
that
and
one.
you did the sound.
Oh
right?
yeah. I was
It wasn't where you sang and she
No,
did
no,
the
no,
sound.
no. But if we find out who it is, it's an interesting story. But yeah.
So please
yeah.
find the know the answer. I mean,
Yeah.
go back to your old vinyl,
Yeah.
listen to a certain
Yeah.
album that her then ex-boyfriend or maybe boyfriend was part of.
Yeah. So a shout out to Nancy Dillon, who was hanging with us last night.
She probably knows the answer.
I'm surprised Nancy doesn't know this.
Yeah.
And then of course the Stouts from Canada. And
North Vancouver.
North Vancouver.
Deep
yeah.
Cove.
Exactly.
Wow.
So so let's do this other one, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me,
All right. Well, this song has quite a history. You probably remember Okie from Muskogee, which actually Merle wrote it with a tongue-in-cheek, placed firmly tongue-in-cheek, but there were a whole bunch of people who took it seriously.
The Grateful Dead performed that song, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it became sort of an anthem for, so the people who were sunburned in the back of the neck, as it were. But actually, as I said, it was written tongue-in-cheek, but...
we stuck our tongues further back in our cheeks, I think.
So we decided to see if we could do it even further. It was rewritten by Jesse Colin Young and the Youngbloods.
Oh, yeah.
They lived in the little town of Olema, which is right by the north end of the Point Reyes National Seashore in Marin County, where I've had many happy hikes. So they wrote "Hippie from Olema," and they originally used the same tune as Okie from Muskogee. But when I ran into the song again more recently, it had changed the tune, which probably means that Merle's some of Merle Haggard's attorneys probably got in touch with him, so they put a different tune on it.
Yep.
And so we decided to change it even more because Olema's way the hell down the coast, and so we decided to give it a slightly more local flavor.
Oh, we added a verse too. So
he wrote a verse for it too, because it only had 2 verses.
It's like it was too short. Damn
A
it.
song this good has to be longer. Well, I'm proud to be a hippie from Hump Tulips.
You know what? We're not in the same key.
The song's in the key of A.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Go for it. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud to be a hippie from Hump Tulips, where we're friendly to the squares and all the straights.
It's not. Nope. That ain't right, my friend.
Oh, you know what? You should be playing in G, because I'm a.
You know,
As I said, we really do try to play in the same key at the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except my chords are very different from you. So,
Okay, I'll tell you what.
You just go ahead and.
No, I just put a capo on and do it in A, so that you'll be able to play the same.
That'd be
chords.
nice, yeah.
Okay.
So this is how we rehearse.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Okay. In the same key, just for the hell of it. Well, I'm proud to be a hippie from Hump Tulips, where we're friendly to the squares and all the straights. We still take in strangers if they're ragged, and we can't think of anyone to hate. Well, we don't watch commercials in Hump Tulips. We don't buy the plastic crap they sell. We still wear our hair long like folks used to, and we bathe often, therefore we don't smell. Well, I'm proud to be a hippie from Hump Tulips, where we're friendly to the squares and all the straights. We still take in strangers if they're ragged, and we can't think of anyone to hate. We don't throw our beer cans on the highway. We don't slight someone because they're black. We don't spill our oil out on the ocean, 'cause we love birds and fish too much for that. Well, I'm proud to be a hippie from Hump Tulips, where we're friendly to the squares and all the straights. We still take in strangers if they're ragged, and we can't think of anyone to hate. We think the world could be a little kinder. Be nice to folks you meet out on the street. And dignity for others is important. So we give a smile to all the folks we meet. Well, I'm proud to be a hippie from Hump Tulips, where we're friendly to the squares and all the straights. We still take in strangers if they're haggard. In Hump Tulips, Washington, planet Earth.
You changed the ending again, damn it.
No, it's written right here in Hump Tulips, Washington, planet Earth.
Yeah, you still changed it from what I meant.
We know the song differently. What can I say?
Well, you know, the songs are like that. Hold a second.
Yeah, it's the folk process.
I got to do this because I like
the
Merle
folks
Haggard.
here, right?
And Merle was an ex-con, as people know,
Right.
Yep.
of course. And one of the things that happens to ex-cons, I think, not being an ex-con, I have to extrapolate, but is that if they have any sense about them, they don't want to go back in again. See, and Merle was a pothead. He smoked a lot of pot, like for years, you know, and one of the ways that he told the story about writing, you know, Okie from Muskogee was that they were all stoned in the tour bus driving around, and they passed a sign from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and somebody said, "Boy, I bet they don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee," and that's how the song, that's one of the ways that he, you know, explained it. But he had different ways of doing it. Well, anyway, this song, which I'm going to do now, is one that he wrote and recorded shortly afterwards, and his record company and management or whatever wouldn't let him do it. Wouldn't let him release it because it would alienate his fan base. See, like you said, if you look at the actual lyric to Okie from Muskogee, it's fine. It's a song about these people that no one's paying any attention to. All the media is paying attention to hippies in San Francisco. Nobody's paying attention to them, and they're saying, well, what about us? We're decent, but, you know, they're just doing what they're doing, you know, and so that's what the song is. But it was adopted by kind of some people that, you know, whatever, you don't want to have them around, you know, whatever, kind of some, you know, nasty people. And that was a problem for Merle, but also it was paying the bills and it was helping his career, and he didn't want to go back inside.
Right.
Okay, if you read his autobiography, you'll find that, you know, when they put him away in juvie for, like, I don't know, many times, and he escaped like 6 times or something from juvenile hall. And one of the times before they put him in San Quentin, he was in the audience when Johnny Cash recorded Live at San Quentin. Merle Haggard was in the audience. But
Wow.
the last time he ran away from juvie, before they put him in San Quentin, he had to swim the Kern River to do it. And I used to do a song of his called Kern River. I'll never swim Kern River again. That's, you know, okay. And because it's a beautiful song, and it's like, you know, some guy whose girlfriend or wife or something was drowned in the Kern River, so he says, I'll never swim it again. But when I found out about him running away from juvenile hall and swimming the Kern River to do it, that's like, if I never swim Kern River again, because he had to swim it to escape. You're basically saying, I'm never going back inside again. So he just kind of kept mum about, you know, Okie from Muskogee and whether they were stoned in the tour bus or whatever. Just kind of let it all happen and go around. You know, they gave him that honorary key of, you know, to the city of Muskogee, Oklahoma, and all this. So you can hear these things on YouTube, you know, whatever. But anyway, this song, see if I can do this correctly. I, too, am professional, by the way.
And by the way, this will be the final song. But
It will be?
Have him do one more after this. Yeah, so do 2 songs. There we
Two
go.
in a row.
Okay, good.
Okay. Never mind. I misspoke, as usual.
Okay, this is a very short song, anyway. But this is Merle Haggard. Oh, I'd love to shout my feelings from a mountain high. Tell the world I love her, and I will until I die. But there's no way the world will understand that love is colorblind. And that's why Irma Jackson can't be mine. Oh, I remember when no one cared about us being friends. We were only children, and it really didn't matter then. But we grew up too quickly in a world that draws a line, where they say that Irma Jackson can't be mine. And if my loving Irma Jackson is a sin, then I don't understand this crazy world we're living in. There's a muddy wall between us standing high, but I'll love Irma Jackson till I die. She tells me she's decided that she'll go away, and I guess it's only right that she alone should have the final say. But in spite of her decision, forcing us to say goodbye, I'll still love Irma Jackson till I die. And if my loving Irma Jackson is a sin, then I don't understand this crazy world we're living in. There's a muddy wall between us standing high. I'll love Irma Jackson till I die.
Oh,
There you go.
We should mention that we have a winner.
Oh, good.
Yes, and my good friend Susan Bennett won, and of course that's Judy Collins.
Yeah.
Good.
And I was
Judy Blue Eyes.
Judy Collins. Well, a little kind of behind the stage thing. My good friend Rob Folsom and I were doing. Hang on. Yeah, my good friend Rob, we're doing actually Judy Collins. This was a bunch of years ago in the Port Angeles High School Auditorium for the Juan de Fuca Festival, and so Rob had. The sound person had specified a specific console we did, and it was the first time I'd ever used a digital board, and neither of us knew what to do. Bob said, you're the computer person, which I was. You figure it out. So an hour and a half later, I managed to pull off a sound check. You know, it took me an hour and a half to get anything through it. And of course, at that point, for those of you who care, it was a Yamaha LS9. But the guy walked up with, of course, with his thumb drive, the sound guy who was traveling with Judy, with his thumb drive, and shoved it in and went kaboom and the whole thing there and so forth. The thing I remember mostly was that she was pretty frail at this point. It was a bunch of years ago. And we were instructed that we had to tape everything down so much more because, and the sound guy who came with his fishing line, you know, he wanted to go fishing as well. And she was her and her guitar and a pianist. And, so she would be led from one side of the stage to came onto the other, and the sound person actually took this her gorgeous guitar, mother of pearl in it, 12-string, and put it on, tuned it, and then just as she was just about to go on, he then just put it on her, and then she walked out. And then she did the show, and it was an amazing show. It really was. But I had no idea how fragile, at the time at least, she was. But we literally couldn't have anything that she could trip over. And because she had to be led elsewhere, but she did she would come in and she hung out with the guitar player, with the piano player, and they would rehearse a bunch of stuff just because they had a time to do it, and then they did a whole show with different stuff entirely. But it was a pretty amazing show. Oh, and that was the other thing. The sound guy basically gave us all. He handed out copies of a CD of her Christmas album. No, she did an album of all Beatles songs. Oh. And a CD, and that's what he gave out to all of the crew, was that. I mean, just nice and kind of generous and a really nice guy. Anyway, little behind the scenes.
So those of you watching, listening, we are going to do our after Jim does the final song. We will be all opening. Chris is going to send out a Zoom link. So those of you who would like to visit with us after the show for a little bit, we'll probably do this half hour or so.
Yep.
You can join us at the Zoom link that is coming out on both of our platforms.
Right. We will be off of live at that point, so it won't be live at that point. So yeah.
What won't be live?
No, we will have stopped the live stream at that point.
Oh, I see. Okay, there is that. Yeah. So the live stream will end, and if you still can stand our company any longer, you can. Or would actually.
What is your company anyway?
I know our company. Well, mine is Pilgrim Media Services, but our company together, well, it's kind of shady, isn't it?
My company is Hybrid Vigor Music.
But our company together is really doubtful, I think.
Yeah. Marginal.
Marginal at best. All right, so take us out
Take
with
us
one more
out
tune
there.
there, Jim.
Okay, this seems appropriate. For whatever reason. You got to play them when they seem right. During the pandemic, I rewrote a bunch of songs, and my voice has dropped as I got older, right? And so certain songs that were in certain keys, I had to lower them down, and they had guitar figures that, for my mind anyway, the song depended on, musical figures on the guitar, and they were position dependent. And I know you know what I'm talking about, So I had to figure out another way to do those things, and some of them are more successful than others. And I really like this song. I've liked it for a long time, but I had to have a figure in there like that. So let's see if this actually. I'm going to put it down because it's going to be intimate. It's going to be. Hold on. I am also professional, so let's just get this right. All right. There we go. So thank you for having me on here. Hey, guys. Hey, whateverlies. Hey. I'm thanking you for having me on.
Oh, thank you. Sorry about that.
I'm really, really appreciating this. It's an honor.
Oh, man.
Always wanted to share the bill with the Whateverly brothers.
No, it's an honor and a privilege, and thanks for hanging with us.
And we'll have you back in another year.
Yeah, absolutely, because you've become part of the crew now. So
This is called The Great Stone Wall. If I could face the day the way the sunlight does, I could rise with the morning mist. Then I would know the way that the waterfish swims. I could hold the lessons in my fist. We are dying, say the elders. We don't even know this is only a temporary peace. We're only waiting for the outcome to show the endings to be released. Behind the silence of a great stone wall, the howling of a new wilderness. Beyond the distance of a great stone wall, it will change. It will change. It wasn't always like this. I've been to places where the clocks don't tick. They laugh at the hard straight line, where history looks through a baby's eyes and the light of the future is a good sign. Some laws are made of barbed wire and they lean to the privileged few, but reality shoots from behind a blade of grass and its aim is true. Behind the silence of a great stone wall, the howling of a new wilderness. Beyond the distance of a great stone wall, it will change. It will change. It wasn't always like this. Where there's a warfare fought in the bloodstream now, the truth is a thing to be praised. The lie gets mean and it hides in the marrow and it waits for the stakes to be raised. And the dry rattled breath of the exit time is a wake-up call to your ear. But the feel of a fist at the end of your arm is the answer to your tears. Behind the silence of a great stone wall, the howling of a new wilderness. Beyond the distance of a great stone wall, it will change. It will change. It wasn't always like this.
they tell me there's light at the end of the tunnel. And sometimes I think I see, like the dissident glint in the eye of a needle or the glitter of a soul set free. There's a song that they sing in the worst of times to lift your spirit in the winds and fly. Way on the other side of that storm cloud wall, dancing in a clear blue sky. Behind the silence of a great stone wall, the howling of a new wilderness, beyond the distance of a great stone wall, it will change. It will change. It wasn't always like this.
And there you have it.
All
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for playing us out there, Jim.
Yeah.
One more toast here. Raise your glasses. And this is always, the last toast is always to the people who've put up with us with the show. And I
Yeah.
hope you had some of the joy that we had.
Yeah.
Here's to you.
Yes. All right. And so we're gonna take things off live here. I've just put out the thing. So yeah. And so we'll see you guys next time in January.
And
And
we'll see you
yeah.
very soon on Zoom.
on Zoom, yes, and dudes. So we're gonna stop the stream here real quick. And I have to hit the stop button to do that, and that is